What's up, TM Nation? In this video, I'm going to run down my top 5 true wireless earbuds for exercise or for the gym, because I know firsthand with my weird ears, the last thing that you want to worry about while you're trying to get your workout on is your earbuds falling out. So that being said, I tried to keep budget in mind. I did pick some earbuds out from different price ranges. You have some for under 30 bucks, you have some around 60, and for those of you big ballers out there, you have some that are at 200. Okay guys, so starting off with the lowest price pair of true wireless earbuds on this list, these are the Hoodies S5 true wireless earbuds. They do have the ear hooks, which makes them perfect for exercising, and the price is right with these, 27 bucks. I know a lot of you skeptics out there say that you cannot get quality earbuds for 27 bucks, but I'm telling you, I've had these for quite a while now, and they have some nice features. First of all, you'll get about 8 hours on a single charge, and with the case, you'll get up to 6 more charges for a total of 56 hours. As we are focused on gym earbuds in this video, these are also fine for exercising out in the elements. They're IPX7 certified, so splashes of water or sweat will not bother them. Another thing that I like about the design of these earbuds is the fit is extremely snug. Once you put them in your ears and lock them back into place, they stay in place really well. I haven't had any issues. These also do feature CVC 8.0, so if you need to take a voice call in the middle of your workout, you can do so. And I do think that the call quality is respectable. Since I made my initial review and unboxing video on the Hoodies S5 earbuds, I have used them quite a bit more and made quite a few more voice calls with them. Overall, the response has been fine. I haven't really gotten any complaints about how I sounded, but so that you guys don't have to go to the video to get the voice call test, let me give it to you guys here. Alright guys, so right now I have the Hoodies S5s paired to my iPhone 12. The audio that you're hearing is coming directly from the microphones on the earbuds. Now I'm not going to do any type of editing to this audio, so this more or less should give you a pretty good idea of how you'll sound using these for voice calls. So a couple of things that I want to note with the Hoodies S5s is that you do have all of your playback controls with these. They don't make you sacrifice volume. You have pretty much everything you would need right at your fingertips. And as for the sound quality, I think that these perform well for the price. I mean, at 27 bucks, you can't expect the world, and they didn't blow me away, but I mean, for the gym, I think they'll be more than adequate for most people. And one thing that I do want to mention about these earbuds is that they do get loud enough for my personal liking, but when you max them out, you will get some distortion. Like I said, I think that these are extremely solid for the price. Now, they're not the clearest earbuds out there in terms of the sound quality. They're kind of a flatter sound signature. The highs are going to take a backseat to the mids, but to my ears, I'm usually able to pick out and hear most of the detail in my music even when I'm using these earbuds. Just keep that in mind if you like a lot of high end. These don't really provide that. They're mainly focused on the mids and the bass. And in my experience, the bass with these is pretty good. It's not overpowering by any means, but anything with a nice bass line, you will be able to feel it with these. Overall, like I said, solid for the price. If you're on a budget and you need gym exercise earbuds, these aren't a bad buy. Alright guys, so next on the list we have the Crazo Pro True Wireless Earbuds, and these are again a nice pair of budget true wireless earbuds. You can usually find them for about 34 bucks, and at that price, they're not a bad buy. For battery life with these, you can get up to 9 hours on a single charge, and you can also throw them into the case about 6.5 extra times for a total of 60 hours. These are also IPX7 certified, so splashes of water or sweat will not harm them. I have used them at the gym many times, and even when I became sweaty, they didn't malfunction whatsoever. Now, the design of these earbuds is unique, and it kind of sets these earbuds apart from the pack in terms of how you can wear them. You can either keep the ear hooks on like any other pair of ear hook earbuds, or you can take the ear hooks off and wear them like a regular pair of true wireless earbuds. For me with these, I usually leave the ear hooks on because they're comfortable in my ears, and I really don't gain anything by taking them off. I mean, it is a nice feature to have if you want to just pop them off and pop them right back on. It only takes a couple of seconds, but for me, like I said, I leave them on. The fit with these is also snug. Once you place them into your ears and lock them back into place, they stay in place really well from my experience. I haven't had any issues with them moving around or falling out of my ears. Now, these earbuds do have built-in mics for voice calls, so you can take and make voice calls directly from them. Now, they don't have CVC 8.0, so if that's a feature that you have to have, these don't have it, but I do think that the call quality is respectable with these. I will throw the sample in the video for you guys so you guys can judge for yourselves. Let's take a listen.
Alright guys, so right now I have the Crazo Pros paired to my iPhone 11. The audio that you're hearing is coming directly from the microphones on the earbuds. I'm not going to do any type of editing to this audio, so this should give you a pretty good idea of how you'll sound using these for voice calls.
Now there is a drawback to the design of these earbuds, and I have to mention it for you guys, especially if you're going to be buying these for exercising. These do not have volume controls. You can control your tracks, your voice assistant, and you can control your calls, but when it comes to changing your volume, you can't do that from these earbuds. As far as the sound signature that you'll get with the Crazo Pros, they're similar to what you'll get with the Hoodies S5s. Again, these are going to be mid-heavy, so they're going to do great for vocals. You're not going to get as much detail in your music, but you also do get some nice bass with these as well. One thing that I do want you guys to be aware of is that these don't get quite as loud as the Hoodies S5s. I mean, the volume output will be adequate for most people, but if you need that extra notch of volume, these don't have that. But taking everything into consideration, I still think that these are solid for 34 bucks. I mean, the design is really nice and the snug fit is really what keeps these in my top 5. Okay, so moving right along, the next pair of earbuds we have for exercising is the Treblab X3s. These retail for $69.97, and we are going up in price, but you're also going up in features and sound quality. As for battery life, you're going to get up to 9 hours on a single charge with these, and you can also throw them into the case about 4 extra times for a total of around 45 hours. For water resistance, these are also IPX7 certified, so you won't have to worry about splashes of water or sweat damaging them. I can tell you that I've used them outside in the elements a couple of times. I got caught in the rain in them. They had no issues whatsoever. They played no problems. The fit with these is also really nice and snug. Once you put them in your ears and lock them back, just like many of the other earbuds in this video, they stay in place really well. And with the X3s, even when I become sweaty, they stay in place really well. I don't have to worry about them flopping up and down if I'm doing jump rope, running around, or anything of that nature. I really like the fit with these earbuds. These also do have built-in mics, so you can take and make voice calls directly from the earbuds. I have made quite a few voice calls from them, and I can't remember one time that somebody has complained about how I sounded. But so that you guys can have a test and judge for yourselves, let's cut to the call quality test. Let's take a listen.
Alright guys, so right now I have the X3 Pros paired to my iPhone 11. The audio that you're hearing is coming directly from the mics on the earbuds. I'm not going to do any type of editing to this audio, so this should give you a pretty good idea of how you'll sound if you use these for voice calls.
As for your playback controls, these are going to give you physical buttons, so for those of you that do not like touch controls, these are going to take care of that for you. And these also have all of your playback controls. You don't have to sacrifice volume. You have everything. As for the sound quality with the Treblab X3s, these are going to give you a more balanced and more refined sound than you'll get with the Crazo Pros or with the Hoodies S5s. These are going to give you some of those highs that you're lacking with both of those earbuds, and the bass with these is also really impressive. These also do get more than loud enough for my personal liking, so if you need that extra level of volume, these will provide you with that, and they will give you some distortion at max volume, but it's not unbearable. I can tell you guys, since I picked these earbuds up, I've used them for exercise many times, and they've never let me down. At the price point, even though they're a little bit more money, the sound quality is there, and you also do have that respectable call quality. So at the price, I don't have any complaints. I think that they're solid. Alright, so moving right along, next we have the Soundcore Spirit X2s, and I'm gonna say guys that between these and the Treblab X3s, these are pretty much neck and neck. These are probably two of my most used pair of exercise earbuds. The Spirit X2s are a little bit more expensive. These usually are on sale for about $79.99, and the specs are similar to what you'll get with the Treblab X3s. Battery life with these is up to 9 hours on a single charge, but you can also throw them back into the case about 3 times for a total of 36 hours. A couple things that I do want to mention about the design of these earbuds is that you do also have quick charging with these, so only 10 minutes worth of charging will get you up to 2 hours worth of usage. Also, these earbuds are the strongest in terms of water resistance. These are going to give you IP68 with sweat guard, so splashes of water or sweat will be no issue for these. The fit for me with these earbuds is fine. Once you put them in place and lock them in, they stay in place really well. Even when I become sweaty, I haven't had any issues with them flopping around or feeling like they were gonna fall out of my ears. Now the fit is a little bit weird with them because they are inverted. They look a little bit weird the first couple of times, but they get the job done. Like I said, they stay in place, no issues for me whatsoever. They fit fine. These also do have built-in mics so you can take and make voice calls directly from the earbuds. They are packing CVC 8.0, which is always a plus. And I think that they do a pretty good job of capturing clear speech. But so that you guys can judge for yourselves, let's cut to the call quality test. Let's take a listen.
Alright guys, so right now I have the Spirit X2s paired to my iPhone 11. The audio that you're hearing is coming directly from the mics on the earbuds. I'm not going to do any type of editing to this audio, so this should give you a pretty good idea of how you'll sound if you use these for voice calls.
As for playback controls, these are going to give you everything. You have your call controls, you have volume controls, track controls, and you can summon your voice assistant. Like the Treblab X3s, these are also going to give you physical buttons and they're really easy to operate. So if you don't like touch controls and you need exercise earbuds, these are a nice pick. Now moving on and touching on the audio quality with the Spirit X2s, I really like the way that these sound, and they also have a bass up function that will enhance the bass for you, and I love bass, so that function stays on. These also get plenty loud. I mean, these get more than loud enough for my personal liking, so if you like to listen to your music extra loud, these have that extra level for you. And comparing the sound signature that you get with the Treblab X3s and what you'll get with the Spirit X2s, I'd give the slight nod to the Spirit X2s just because I love bass, and the bass up function really does make a difference with these earbuds. In terms of the sound quality, I don't think that you can go wrong with either pair of these earbuds. Yes, the Spirit X2s are a little bit more expensive, so if the budget is your main concern, then I don't think that the Treblab X3s will disappoint you. Alright guys, so last but certainly not least, we have the most expensive pair of earbuds on this list, the Powerbeats Pro True Wireless Earbuds, and I gotta give credit where it's due. They are expensive, but they also deliver. For the battery life with these, you can expect to get about 9 hours on a single charge, but you can also throw them into the case an extra 2 times for about a total of 24 hours of usage. These also do feature quick charging, so if you throw the earbuds back into the case for about 5 minutes, that'll get you up to 1.5 hours worth of usage. Now, one thing that I do not like about the Powerbeats Pro True Wireless Earbuds is that you have to charge the case using a lightning cable. And with these earbuds, there's pretty much no way around that. You can't wirelessly charge the case, so like I said, you're gonna have to use a lightning cable. The Powerbeats Pros also have the weakest water resistance of all of the earbuds in this video. They're only IPX4, and although I haven't had any issues with them malfunctioning when I became sweaty, you just want to keep that in mind. On the other hand, one thing that I really like about the design of these earbuds is the fit is extremely snug and they feel really good in my ears. They're not overly large or overly heavy. They feel almost perfect. For me, no matter what type of exercise or activity I was doing, I never once felt like these were gonna fall out of my ears. Once you put them in and lock them in place, they stay in place really well. They do have built-in mics for voice calls, so you can take and make voice calls directly from the earbuds. Now these are using Apple's technology, so they don't have CVC 8.0, but in my opinion, the call quality is very good. Since I picked these up, I have made several voice calls with them, and I can't remember one person complaining about how I sounded, but so that you guys can judge for yourselves, let's take a listen.
The audio you're hearing is coming directly from the mics on the earbuds. I'm not going to edit or apply any effects to this audio, so this should give you an idea of how you'll sound if you use these for voice calls.
Another thing that I'm happy to report with these earbuds is that you do have all of your playback controls with them. You can control your tracks, your calls, your volume, and Siri, of course. These also use physical buttons, so if you don't like touch controls, you don't have to worry about that with these. They got you covered. As for the sound quality with the Powerbeats Pros, I would say that these are the most well-rounded pair of earbuds that I have in this video. I know a lot of people think that Beats and Apple earbuds are just about bass, but I'm telling you guys, you get nice clarity with these as well. I know that this video is geared towards exercise earbuds, but I'm telling you guys, I can use these for anything. I can use them to listen to podcasts. I use them to watch YouTube videos all of the time. Music, of course, but I can even edit my own YouTube videos with these. I can do anything. The highs with these are crisp and clear. You'll be able to hear all of those background instruments, but the vocals also come through really nice. And although the bass is not overwhelming, you do get a nice amount of low end with these earbuds. If you have a nice bass line to whatever you're listening to, you will feel it. And for those of you that own an iOS device, you get the added convenience. These pair with all of your iOS devices almost instantly. All that you have to do is open up the case next to your iOS device. They'll pair without an issue. Although these are not perfect, they do a lot of the little things right. They also do have that smart pause and play feature, so if you take one of the earbuds out, your music will pause, and when you put it back in, your music will resume. So like I mentioned earlier, these usually are on sale for about $199. I was able to pick up my pair renewed on Amazon for about $130, and at that price, I definitely think that these are worth it. If I had to pay $200 for these, I probably wouldn't have picked them up just because I have other exercise earbuds that do a great job. But now that I have them, I gotta give credit where it's due. These are solid. But all in all, guys, like I said, you have options out there. If you don't want to spend over $100 or even over $50, you do have options out there that will get the job done. But you made it this far in the video, guys, so if you haven't yet, please drop your boy a like before you get on out of here. I really appreciate it, and it helps the channel grow. Also, if this is your first time here, consider subscribing, as I drop at least one video on content like this per week. But other than that, guys, y'all be safe, y'all stay positive, and most importantly, I hope y'all have a great day. It's your boy Tech Mo, and I'm out. Peace.